So in this, what we're going to do is going to show how to do the earnings and the budget. So first of all, when you do your earnings, what I did was don't have a job, so I've just looked at what the average ones were. So I looked at how much someone added, and then I created a bit of a table. Now, let's have a look at the earnings then. So I just worked out that maybe I work 3 times a week, 3 hours each time. But what's important is you actually write what are the calculations. So 3 times the amount, 4 times the amount. Then I did the total earnings and I showed what operation I did. So I added each of those 3 days up to get my total amount that I earned. All right, now for the budget, what we want to do is we want to make sure that now I used a spreadsheet to do this, and I just typed into the amounts. I worked out the percentages, right, and then I created a bit of a graph from those percentages. Okay, so to create the graph, let's remove that one. Make sure you select all of the parts, not the income, but all of the parts of the amounts and the percentages. And then we insert, and I just selected from up the top the little pie chart. Now write the percentages up in the table because they don't appear on the chart, and that way you can look at the math to do with percentages. Right. Now, when I look at my budget, I just retyped in a table, right, with those items, amounts, and percentages. Right. And I'll remove the example that I put in there, and then so I just go back over to my spreadsheet. I copy the graph. I paste the graph into there. Now in my case the colors aren't quite right, so I'm just going to change the settings for that. And you won't see it, but it's up the top there. And I didn't change this chart title. I should just double click on that and change that to budget or savings calculator or percentages. What's important here though is they actually show what math I use to find the percentage. So at the side I've just done one example. I don't have to do all of them, I just did one example of the savings. I showed I find the percentage by the amount divided by the total times 100.